Let's close with how to actually use everything we've covered when you sit for the real thing, because ethics questions have a distinct flavor compared to the rest of Level 1. First, these are scenario-based, not definition-based. You'll rarely be asked, "What is Standard 3A?" You'll be given a paragraph about an analyst, a client, and a situation, and asked whether a violation occurred, and if so, which standard. Your job when practicing is to get fast at pattern matching a scenario to the right standard. Second, watch for the specific trigger words. Guarantees a return. That's IC, misrepresentation. Trades ahead of a client. That's VIB, priority of transactions. Receives a gift from an issuer. Check IB, independence and objectivity. Doesn't disclose a personal holding. VIA, disclosure of conflicts. Building this kind of mental index, trigger word to standard, is more useful than memorizing the standards in order. Third, when two standards seem to apply, think about which one is more specific to the fact pattern. For instance, a supervisor failing to catch a subordinate's insider trading might touch both Standard 2A and Standard 4C. The exam usually wants the most directly relevant answer, not every standard that's tangentially connected. Fourth, remember the stricter rule wins principle from IA. If a question hinges on a conflict between local law and the code and standards, always go with whichever is more restrictive. Fifth, don't apply your personal ethics. We said this in episode 1, and it's worth repeating because it's the single most common way strong candidates lose easy points. The question isn't, what would a good person do? The question is, what does the code and standards require? Sometimes those align. Sometimes the standards are more specific or more conservative than your gut instinct. Go with the standards. Final recap of the whole section. Code of Ethics gives 6 guiding principles: integrity, priority of clients, independent judgment, professionalism, market integrity, competence. The 7 standards get specific: professionalism, integrity of capital markets, duties to clients, duties to employers, investment analysis, conflicts of interest, and responsibilities as a CFA member or candidate. GIPS governs fair performance presentation. And on exam day, match scenarios to standards using trigger words, apply the stricter rule when law and the code conflict, and always default to what the standards say, not what feels right. That's the full ethics and professional standards section. Listen to these a few times over the coming weeks. The repetition is what turns "I recognize this" into "I can answer this correctly in 90 seconds under exam pressure."